This is not about the time to do an introduction. Enough of the excuses, enough of everything you've been telling yourself, all the excuses, procrastination, the laziness, and all of that. Get up, pick yourself up, and work it. I'm just going to go straight into it. If this is the first time seeing this face, my name is Glory Ifoma. Do not make it your last. Click the notification bell so that you get notified whenever I post new videos. Let's dive right into it. Get up and just start doing something. You're thinking too much. I know you have this wonderful big dream, and sometimes it overwhelms you because it's like, look at where I am and look at what I'm thinking about. How do I get there? But trust me, nothing gets done by you staying in your head and think about the things you can or cannot do without you literally taking some small steps. And one of the things that hold us back is the fact that we are waiting for this very massive big opportunity because it somehow aligns or is going to align with the bigger picture of what we have of ourselves, without seeing and appreciating the little opportunities which are presenting themselves. And in most cases, we don't take advantage of these small opportunities, and we find that year on year on, we are in the same position, just thinking and thinking and thinking. Nothing gets done by you sticking in your head and just thinking. If you have big dreams, it's gonna stay a dream if you actually do not take steps. And you need to learn to appreciate the smaller opportunities that present themselves, because most times when you're able to appreciate smaller opportunities, then the bigger things starts coming your way. It's just like the domino effect. When you're able to hit one, it gathers momentum, more energy, more pressure to be able to hit the bigger one. But how do you even start that? Nothing is going to happen. Nothing is going to happen towards you actualizing that dream if you don't take a step. So girl, get up and take a step. Like, you need to get it moving. A lot of us are stuck in our thoughts. Are you not tired? You've been stuck in your thoughts for like years now, just thinking, how do I do this? You re-strategize, you strategize, you strategize. Let me tell you something. What's the essence of all the knowledge you acquire? Why do you go to school? Why do you do all of this? Do you gather all of this knowledge to sleep on it? No matter how much knowledge you gather in life, you could be a PhD holder. If you have no environment to practicalize it, to implement it, it's absolutely rubbish. It's nothing. It's not going to change. It's not going to cause a change. It's not going to bring any impact. You're still going to stay in the same position year on year on. The essence of reading and all the knowledge you're acquiring is so that you can actually implement it either in your life or in your environment or around you, and then it's going to cause a change. Something's going to happen because you're now being impactful. You're being an addition to the society. But if you keep all of this knowledge, some people, which is totally fine, you go to school, you get your master's, you get a first degree, a second degree, a third degree, you're just going. What do you want to do with all of that knowledge? Some of us read so many books. How many times have you implemented the knowledge you acquired from reading books? If you don't implement whatever you're learning, I'm talking to you now, if you listen to it and go to bed and do nothing about what I'm saying, nothing changes. So why are you expecting a change if you're not taking a step? And why are you waiting for a very big opportunity to come before you know you have to take a step? What if it never comes? Do you actually know that some people never actually realize their dreams? Maybe not because an opportunity did not present themselves, but because they did not identify a good opportunity, because it just perhaps did not seem like the opportunity they were looking at. Two things happen when you decide to take a step. It's either you learn from it or you succeed in it. I don't call it failure, because when I believe in failing forward or falling forward. So it means like if something does not happen, or maybe you try something and it did not work out, somehow because you've tried, you've taken a step, you're going to get an experience from it, which is sort of be a lesson in the next step you want to take. But nothing really gets done by you just sitting. At the beginning of the year, you had a vision board. You wrote so many fancy things and so many good things, so many changes you want to do in your life. What are the steps you've taken? Okay, maybe you tried at the first quarter of the year and it did not work out. Then you just pack up and just stay back in your thoughts. Or maybe you decide to re-strategize. This is Q3 we're going into. Have you taken a step to implement the changes you are making. When I say get up, I mean start working on the life you think you deserve. Working on it could be physical, mental, spiritual. You need to literally wake up, plan, meet people, talk to people, do a business plan, approach people, try to get partners, try to raise capital, or maybe whatever it is has been like your vision for the year or for the next 5 years, whatever it is. It does not get done by you staying in your thoughts. So many of us, we have great plans, but we just let it stay in our thoughts. Really, how do you really want it to, like, you think that's just how miracles happen? Even if you want a miracle, you have to wake up and go to church, or maybe pray or something, or just do something. You have to do something. Nothing happens when it's just inside. So how do you get up and stay up? You need to do something. Take massive, gigantic actions, not passive. You know, the act of reading, acquiring knowledge and all of that, that's passive. But when it becomes a gigantic action, that's when you're actually looking for ways to implement that knowledge. You're talking to people, you're trying to do something about the knowledge you've acquired. Take an action, or take a step, make an action, like literally move. Another thing about getting up is staying up. And how do you stay up? You need to appreciate the small wins. So many times we don't appreciate the small wins, and when you don't appreciate the small wins, you will constantly feel like you're not doing enough or it's not working. But when you appreciate your small wins, you become excited, you're looking forward to the next win, and you go for it. So you need to break down that big 5-year plan into yearly plan, into into 6 months plan, into a month's plan. Like, break it into smaller plans and just start working on the very minute of it, from one step to another. There is going to be a ripple effect, a domino effect, and by the time you know it, you're going closer to that very big picture. But if you are not appreciating the smaller wins, the little steps you take, you're perhaps doing a business and your turnover is maybe 100,000 a month, and you're not even happy that you're making sales when there are people that don't even make sales at all, and you're not appreciating it. You know, you're connected to someone that's able to provide, even if it's 100,000 or $100 loan to your business, and you don't appreciate. You're like, what's it? I need 1 million and I'm having. You need to be happy about the smaller things and appreciate it when you're able to win in the small, so that it gives you that courage to be able to move on to the next. Simplify your goals. You need to simplify your goals. I have like major gigantic things to do, but I had to learn to simplify it. I had to learn to break it down. How do I go around it? How do I achieve all of that? How do I go about it? So I had to break down my dreams or my vision into smaller bits, but that are interconnected, such that as I'm achieving one, it's linking me to the next. And sometimes, I will not achieve it. Sometimes I fail at it, but I don't let it. Yes, we are human. We feel failure. Of course, you're human. You have to feel something, but you don't let it derail you from the path you need to take. You still need to get up and do something. So girl, get up and do something. I'm going to end here today. Let me know what your thoughts are. Let me know the challenges you've probably been facing and why you've not stood up to take an act, to take a step for the longest time. Let me just know your story, if you mind to share. Until next time, it's your girl Glory. Do have a wonderful time. Bye.